Hi there, my name is Gabrielle and I've recently started the Milan Art Institute Art Mastery course. I've had a few comments to say that people are interested in this course that I'm doing, but they don't know really what's involved during an actual session inside the course, and I thought I can help with that. So in this video, I'm going to give you a peek inside my studio and how I go about completing a session inside the course. So today's session is to draw a portrait using charcoal, using a reference that they provide on Pinterest. This is to follow on from our Draw a Box session, where we used all of the same principles about lines and angles, but this time it's a face. So it's angles, planes of the face, all that good stuff. So come with me and I will show you inside my studio and what goes on.
So first things first, I've got to tidy up the mess from the previous sessions, which have mostly been oil paintings. Look, don't judge me for the state of this table. I'm a mucky pup, okay? If I don't have everything out in front of me, I'm going to forget to use it. So now that I'm done with the oil painting for a little while, it's a case of throwing away all the old dried oil paint palettes, minimising all the solvent jars and getting rid of all the rubbish. Next, it's time to get all my materials ready. So I've got my paper, and then I'm just getting out all of my bits and pieces that are charcoal related. So I've got some charcoal pencils, I've got some willow charcoal, I've also got a China graph marker, I haven't used those before, and then I've got a couple of blending stumps and some sanding paper. That's fantastic for blending. And when all of that's ready, then I can get my laptop ready to get inside the course. And then it's time to get the easel into place and put it alongside my reference photo, which I had printed out. And that's the point at which I realise I've forgotten how to use my proportional divider, so I can't quite work out what dimensions my portrait is going to be on my paper in relation to the reference photo. Finally, I realise I need a larger sheet of paper, so I have to rearrange everything again and swap everything around so that I can get that in place. So finally, I can log in and bring up the lesson. I've already watched this at least once, but I always like a refresher just before I start to work. I can also scroll through to see what the other students have created to get a better feel for it, which is always nice. And then when I feel ready, I can make a start. Pretty quickly though, I find that I've got 3 very weird stripes appearing on the face. And I realise that it's because I've used a backing board to cut on. So I have scalpel slices embedded in the backing board and they're showing up as I press on the paper. And that's really annoying. So then I have to swap the backing boards again and put my reference photo on the rough board and my drawing on the smooth board. So while I'm drawing, I usually stop and start the video, depending on how much guidance I'm looking for. I haven't shown it in this video, but I did actually use the proportional divider just to make sure that most of the features were more or less in the right place.
So the main point of this exercise in particular was to find the angles in the face, and I did struggle with that in some respect, mostly because I didn't have any jumbo charcoal, so I was using the really thin willow sticks of charcoal. So I may have drifted into my more usual way of drawing, but regardless it was a face. So if it's faces, then it doesn't matter, I'm a happy bunny. My next session is still life in charcoal, so still life is a bit meh for me. I've only done a couple of them so far, but yeah, so I'm not as inspired by them as faces, but we'll see how it goes. I can't express how good a drawing and painting makes me feel. I would encourage anybody who needs a little time out, a little breathing space, to find some time, find a tutorial online, doesn't have to be a paid one, just find one of the free ones, there's hundreds of them, and just pick up some paper and a pencil and just sit there and do something creative. It's probably one of the best therapeutic things I think there is in the world. You don't have to be good at it, you just have to give it a go. Okay, I'm going to leave you with a tip of the day. My tip of the day is, if you're interested in art and you want to be a better artist, get yourself one of these proportional dividers. You can get them cheap on Amazon and they will up-level your skills no end. If you're having trouble, particularly with faces in terms of measuring, then this is the tool that you really need. It's just going to help you out so much. It might take a little while to figure it out, because in this session I completely forgot how to use it, so I had to watch a YouTube video. But it's just incredible, and the beautiful thing about this is, after a while of using it, it actually trains your brain and your eye to see more clearly. So it means that you actually end up relying less on this, because your brain can figure it out and you can actually adjust much more easily. But for beginners, I would definitely recommend one of these. I hope this was interesting for you. If you liked it, please comment, please subscribe. Please let me know in the comments what you think about charcoals. Have you used it? Are you thinking about using it? Do you find it messy or do you find it fun? All right, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.